Hello, I am today going to play my ITSL game in the playoff stage against Andrea Cossutta, nicknamed Slovene Hero, and as you can see he's much higher rated than me and he seems he's playing better than me nowadays. I actually played him once in Warsaw in 2018 during the Twilight Struggle convention, live, face-to-face. I won this game. It was the last turn of the tournament, and I won the whole tournament with 7 points out of 8, beating, for example, Ziemowit on the run and so on, losing only to Tassos Manolopoulos. But now I'm no longer playing as strong. And this is an important game, because the loser is eliminated, drops to silver playoffs and has no mathematical or theoretical chance to win the ITSL 2019-2020. The winner advances further. I am a top seed because I had better outcome of the group stage, and this gives me two privileges. I already capitalized one of them. It was the privilege of picking the side. I picked USSR for my game. This is a single game, so whoever wins it advances further. The second privilege is that I advance in case of a drawn game. This may seem irrelevant or almost irrelevant because Twilight Struggle games hardly ever end up with a draw. However, it is quite an important nuance when it comes to play war games with 6 victory points of advantage and no options to gain any more points. It's 5 minutes to 6 here. If you're watching it on YouTube live, it's actually not live. I set up a 30 minutes delay because I don't feel comfortable streaming a game like Twilight Struggle live. You know, it strongly bases on the fact that I am the only one who knows my hand. I just prefer not. And we are appointed at 6. So I guess we'll start soon. It's 6th of June, which is the 6th month, 6th hour, and I hope we won't be rolling a series of 6s, because I actually don't want this game to be strongly biased by luck. Even if I would win the game luckily, I really prefer playing balanced games. It seems that I'll need some luck, however, because there's over 200 rating points of difference in favor of my opponent. But, well, Janusz Schulz lost 4 games out of 20 in the group stage. One of them was against me and one of them was against Andrea, whom I meet now. The winner of our game is going to compete Fredrik Aldekreutz, if I remember the name well, from Sweden, who already won his first game, and the winner of the further game meets Janusz Schulz in the best of 3 match. So Janusz is awaiting one of the 3 opponents against whom he has 0 out of 2 already in this season, which sounds funny because he's actually be the favorite of the match regardless of the opponent. So a few minutes more, 90 minutes on the clock, 60 minutes actual time limit as it is. The players had the option to choose the best of 3 instead of just single game elimination in the first 2 stages of playoff, which by default are based on a single game elimination, and I offered this to my opponent provided we play all 3 games in a row. He declined this offer. I'm not sure what was the reason. I didn't ask, it's his right to decline such offers, no hard feelings of course. So we are going to play a single game only, and the winner takes it all. I have to remember to note the playdeck ID of this game somewhere. It's 117539, because it's required while reporting, because playdeck sponsored some prizes in this tournament. They were very kind. They sponsored 10 keys to each of 2 games, and to be distributed by the organizers Luis Rubio and Tassos Manolopoulos freely as they wish. And their requirement was that all the main playoff games have to be played on playdeck and have to be reported with their IDs, so they can make some advertisement material of them, I guess. And I'm actually happy with this. Of course, it motivates me to play even better than usually. Not that it's too hard, because I used to play weak recently, but I'm not sure to what extent can I improve my strength of play right now. Knowing that many people may see it somehow improves my motivation and doesn't paralyze me. I feel strong. It's 1 minute after 6. My opponent is already slightly late, but I hope he's not gonna be late for good. He's in the different time zone, as far as I know. I sincerely hope he won't make me wait for him for 1 hour. No, he won't. So let's start. What do we have here? It's 17 ops plus China, so quite good. Europe scoring, captured Nazi scientist. Many cards to get rid of soon. Quite good hand. Oh, he wrote good luck in Polish. That's kind of him. I'm not actually sure in which language I should respond. He has Japanese flag, he has a nickname Slovene Hero, he has an Italian name origin, and he plays under Scottish flag. I guess it's Esperanto. I don't like this opening because I sense Marshall Plan, and this is something that messes up with my plan to headline Europe scoring. So I think I'm gonna headline capture Nazi scientist and then play nuclear test ban for Italy coup and pray to roll 6. Otherwise, Europe is probably lost. Yes. The good thing is that Europe cannot get any worse than -5, so if I fail with my coup, I'm in no hurry because no, nothing can go worse. Okay, so no more chances to roll good now. And I rolled a 6! It was a very fortunate beginning of the game, and of course chances was mediocre, but taking mediocre chance is sometimes the best you can do, and cooing Italy is something you often can do once in the game only. NORAD to Asia. As expected. Can I earn domination in Europe? I guess I can't. And I should defend Europe against his potential breaks. I should free my hand from this to be able to contest Asia. If he coups after I score, I can probably no longer contest Asia seriously. But well, without Vietnam revolts, it's usually hard. And decolonization, so yes, get rid of this. If he gets to Thailand, it's couable, and I may even use the China card. If he coups now, I probably use independent Reds to get rid of this to South Korea. I regret not having duck and cover, because with duck and cover, couing Malaysia would be a good move with 67% chances of success. Well, I deserve a 1 after I rolled 6 on Italy, but randomness doesn't work that way. Now, priorities. Do something in Asia, prevent him breaking North Korea in AR6 to get rid of, to deny me presence. Secure Middle East, but it's less important because he doesn't have it, he would have played it so far. Get rid of independent Reds, play containment as a last card. Independent Reds before Romanian abdication comes, so as soon as possible. If it comes now, it's gonna be a dilemma. Special relationship. Quite harmless prior to NATO. And he's not going to activate NATO actually. But if I don't have to play it, I'd like to hold it until turn 3, play it then or space it then if I play NATO earlier. It's actually a weird choice. What does it give him? He gains instant domination in Asia, but he risks South Korea. he preferred this to go to than going to Thailand, because South Korea is harder to coup, but Pakistan is as easy to coup as Thailand, so he probably has Indo-Pakistani war. Okay, let's first check how much he really cares about dominating Asia now. He went to Egypt, so I'm probably not going to play Arab-Israeli war for the event because it doesn't deny him access anywhere anyway. So a good thing is he doesn't have very convenient ways to dominate Middle East, and I am actually going to gain presence there one time or another. Of course, if he goes to Thailand, he recoups Iraq and kicks me out. I only go to Lebanon, which is not very lucrative. But well. He should coup somewhere. Yes, he had this. Korea. He really wants to dominate Asia. I could start walking via Japan, Philippines, Indonesia and so on to the Southeast Asia, but I don't have time to do it. I mean, it requires 3 ops cards. I actually could play 3 ops cards: China, East European unrest and containment, but East European unrest will probably have to shore up its damage. I need 3 ops cards because I need to break South Korea each move. Coughing Pakistan. Tempting. I need at least 3 to control it. Plus, I need him to lose the Indo-Pakistani war. If he wins the Indo-Pakistani war, I'm crippled. I'm really hesitant of giving him the China card now. Okay. Let's do it once more. East European unrest is going to be probably a 2 ops card, because now that independent threats are gone, I will want to go to Romania, and containment is also going to be a 2 ops card, because I'd like to put an extra in Italy to prevent breaking and Truman combo. And I actually lost. Okay, you have 2 action rounds more. You cannot score Asia, secure Asia, and secure military operations at once. South Korea is going to be so juicy if the Korean war succeeds. So, containment. 1 to Italy, 1 to North Korea, and 1 to secure presence in the Middle East, probably Syria. It's harder to coup than Lebanon. He had Asia. So I'm lucky that I defended it. So now now I can secure Italy and secure a more stable presence in Middle East. And yes, Asia is volatile, Middle East is more in his favor than in mine. Europe is temporarily dominated by me, but this won't last long. But the worst, for now, is gone. Actually, the worst thing now is that I used over 7 minutes for the first turn, with 60 minutes for 10 turns. But he's not much better on the clock. And yes, 3 operation points. So is it a coup or not? In case I get duck and cover, leaving Defcon at 4 is not convenient for him. It's a coup. Syria! So Defcon gets back to 5 and, well, So if Defcon is at 5, I can expect defectors maybe, but otherwise I think De Gaulle and duck and cover to France. The bad news is that if he headlines Red Scare, I'm gonna be really scared about it. But if he does, I can always switch plans, so yeah, De Gaulle. And if not defected and not red scared, defected, okay. So, duck and cover, coups Libya. If he counter coups, I always have Nasser. Event first. He won't even be able to counter coup. Special relationship prior to NATO, of course. Maybe Middle East. Maybe Vietnam revolts, sorry, for the headline next turn. I already have more time than he does. Of course I will play NATO because it's too important event I wonder if he coups now. It's risky. It's very risky for him doing so. But if he doesn't, he loses military operations. If he does, he loses Egypt and probably Libya. No wonder he has dilemma. If he has some 4-ops cards, 2 Libya, 1 Egypt, 1 Lebanon is not a bad move. Actually, it creates an unpleasant dilemma for me. I would probably coup Lebanon with special relationships, but this is not exactly what I want to spend my turn on. Middle East is the only region that hasn't been scored yet, so on the other hand, he may have very problematic hand. I didn't see socialist governments, I didn't see blockade, I didn't see D cards. Yes, he has US, Japan, so Libya, Thailand and Panama, and it was quite wise. It was only to the great DEFCON. It actually may cost me his domination in Middle East after Egypt and Lebanon. But, well, NATO for Saudi Arabia and Syria, Nasser, and we'll see. Okay, so Nasser play comes first to control Egypt. The next attempt is going to be Syria and Saudi Arabia. I'd rather not give him NATO, because with such Europe, special relationship boosted by NATO is going to be really unpleasant. But I have no choice, I guess. Blockade, distal. So he plays his hand till the end, and he had to play distal. I assume decall for space race. He's wisely spreading to Africa. I have only one more play before I have to play the scoring card, so I'm probably unable to keep this domination if he goes to Jordan. I can of course play a move like Comecon to Lebanon, but then he plays a 2-ops card into Iraq or Egypt and just equalizes the region. On the other hand, I can't really spend my ops much better, and his ops in Middle East are always somewhat wasted, because they are vulnerable to Muslim revolution and coups. As I'm temporarily dominating Europe, I'm keeping even in Asia. Speaking of which, North Korea needs probably some attention. He has 3 more plays, and if he played blockade and distal, he probably has some problematic cards as well. True one for the influence. Okay, so Middle East now. And we are somewhat freer about last action round play. Comecon, of course, for ops. And where the ops are going to go. I think securing here is important. Extra in Italy is important due to special relationships and this stuff. And I don't really have the idea about the last op. South Korea maybe, but no, Israel. This looks better. So now what? Indo-Pakistani to secure mill ops. Vietnam revolts no longer equalizes Asia. But it creates some threats. He used 15 minutes. Almost already. Fidel. Yak. I didn't want to see him so early, before CIA comes. But it's not me who has CIA now. So... socialist governments, then duck and cover for cooing Cameroon. Does it sound good? He doesn't know about these 3 of my cards, because they had appeared before. All the others are known for him. I probably hold 5-year plan. He may play CIA and force me to space duck and cover, or to hold 5-year plan and duck and cover, or to hold duck and cover and play space 5-year plan. But actually, if duck and cover was gone in the previous turns, I wouldn't be motivated to play CIA for the event in his place. I would like CIA to stay in the deck. what does he have? He has Purge, which is unpleasant but acceptable with this hand, which is going to be played mostly for events. Because what goes for ops? Maybe Vietnam Revolts, maybe Suez Crisis, certainly Duck and Cover, regardless of spacing or what, and that's it. He has Korean War, which looks unpleasant for him. Yes, CIA. Okay. So now decisions. I'm not so sure about this. Okay, so you know my hand, my friend. The bad news is he's going to hold Red Scare for the next turn and scare me there then. So, if he coups, Decall is an obvious play. Nigeria, Thailand, and what else? Oh, he could successfully. And it's not so straightforward. What or where should I play? Because Middle East is going to be scored. Ah, whatever. Duck and Cover goes to space. 5-year plan goes with Middle East if it turns blue. So this is for sure, this is for sure. I think I'm gonna go here. And I think I'm gonna go here. Maybe Algeria was the better choice, but in case I don't get Portuguese Empire and South African unrest, I'd like to have some initiative in South Africa without a need to cooing there, because there usually are more important targets to coup. One thing I could do, of course, is playing the China card this turn, but this means I have to score Middle East. Plus the situation doesn't require it actually, so I'd like to hoard the China card a little. So okay, Suez Crisis is going to be played for ops now. Because what else? I need to secure Egypt, if he allows, to attack Thailand. Zaire, of course, but Zaire isn't as important. Oh, he won't have it. And he attacked Asia, so... Okay, if he has the scoring, I can't do anything about it. This is my only chance to deny it. Only chances used to succeed for me. in this game. And okay, he may claim I am lucky with rolls, especially with Korean War in his hand. I actually have my mill-ups, he does not. I may be able to score Middle East domination once again. And I'm leading by 10 victory points already. I equalized Asia quite stably. If he takes Japan, I sacrifice the China card and take India. Europe? Oh no, I don't like this move. I couldn't fight this Germany so early, and this doesn't defend Europe very much, because he would need one more to secure against domination. And, well, the problem is timeliness, because now every move looks precious in the meaning of time. I mean, he knows I have the scoring, he knows I have duck and cover, I have some problematic cards to handle. And this leaves some initiative in my hand. He had Asia scoring, actually, so this Indo-Pakistani war was worth 2 victory points for military operations, but this would be regardless. The high roll was worth actually 8 victory points, 2 for 1 war and 6 for the difference of Asia scoring. So duck and cover to space. And then some dilemma, because he's dominating Africa and I don't like it. But if I coup Cameroon with Vietnam revolts, he may counter coup, still dominate Africa and gain military operations. On the other hand, military operations now are worth 1 point. Arab-Israeli war. How lucky am I? I'm still lucky. I'm still lucky. So now, no overplaying. No hard pushing. 4 victory points. He had Europe scoring, and yes, I couldn't do anything about it. So mid-war regions are to be scored. Now this 1 victory point looks tempting. Since it does, I'm just going to break him here. I know he can shore it up, but he's going to lose 1 victory point more. I was very lucky in 2 wars which weren't too important actually, and he still has Korean War in hand. I can't complain for dice. I can only complain that I asked the luck not to be biased, and it is biased in my favor, which I kinda sorta appreciate, but it is biased. I'm inclined to play ABM treaty. Just to raise DEFCON and play nuclear test ban. But this doesn't end the game anyway. No, DEFCON is no longer of a concern, I think. So I just want to know what does he have. As for my hand, for Missile Envy, of course, nuclear test ban. South America scoring with 5-year plan, maybe colonial rearguards. Okay, this hurts somehow if he has Africa. Some lucky space race of the Voice of America, and I no longer need more than one victory point. But if he has Africa, it's not going to be so easy. On the other hand, Lone Gunman coup and ABM treaty, another coup. The main thing I need to know is which scorings does he have. Southeast Asia scoring he has. He doesn't have any scorings. Ouch. This ask not hurts. Really hurts. Brush war hurts as well. Okay, Brush War and Nixon plays the China card are the cards worth remembering, because the others are going to be discarded. So no hard pushing, no hard pushing. But it may actually be worth attempting to win the game by South America scoring. Event against Panama. Failed. How unlucky he is in this game. So let's leave him no time to get rid of the cards. He now should play either Kennedy or Nixon to coup Colombia. Because otherwise he's just doomed. Nixon it is. and rolled very well. So the China card it is. Rolling also well, but now Kennedy is the last card he can play with impunity. Of course, now it was a commitment because I have to score South America. I no longer have an option to discard it to 5-year plan. I know it's a tough decision for him to use Kennedy to coup. Actually, if he does, I am ready to use ABN Treaty for ops to coup Colombia, because South America is so important now. He has only bad cards. Even Korean War may lose him a game now. If I win it, South America scoring no longer needs any battleground for me. Because now if I score South America, it still requires some... He coups with Quagmire. Oh no, this was just too much, because now that I know that he has to lose an action round, I'm simply winning this game. And I stay alive in the tournament. Thank you for watching. See you next time, probably in my next game of ITSL, still in main playoffs. I stopped the recording. I think I'll let the live stream go for a little longer, just to make sure the game goes to the end.